Hey, how you doing? Frank Kriticos here from San Diego Credit Solutions, and I wanted to answer a question that I get all the time. And that question is, Frank, what is the secret as far as how to restore my credit? And this is a spoiler, but there is no secret. Okay, so what I want to do is I came up with 4 steps. So what I'd like to do is write down the 4 steps, and this is the deal. If you follow these 4 steps, you will recover from any credit mishap. It's the FICO scoring model are a series of formulas. So as long as we follow these steps, the FICO scoring model will reward us with a higher score. Okay, so this is where you're going to learn where credit repair is somewhat misleading, very misleading as a matter of fact. So you have to do these 4 steps. For many years, I told people the first 3 steps were important, but I just recently added the 4th step. So the first step is the most important step. It's the most difficult step. Okay, and the first step is you have to stop the bleeding. So what does that mean? It's very simple. If you have any past or unresolved debts, for example, collections, charge-offs, anything that is unresolved from the past, they need to be resolved. Okay, so if I look over a credit report and somebody owes, let's say $10,000 from a series of collections and just bad debt that is unresolved from the past, you have to get those resolved first. So this is where a credit repair company gets in troubles, because they will take on a client with these unresolved debts, and they're not all going to get deleted because credit repair is not perfect, and I'll go over that in the next step. So the first step is to stop the bleeding. This is where my negotiators come into the picture. This is where they negotiate your past collections, charge-offs, accounts that are not resolved, and they will settle them for a lot less than what you owe. So, you know, it's good and bad. It's good because you're not going to have to pay the full balance back. You'll save thousands, sometimes tens of thousands. The bad news is that it's going to take some money to go away. Okay, so that's what we mean, stop the bleeding. Think about this. Think about getting a really bad cut on your arm. The first step you do is you apply pressure onto your arm to stop the bleeding. Once that has happened, then it will naturally start to heal, right? So it's kind of a gruesome analogy, but I think you follow my point. So the first step, stop the bleeding. We have to settle any past derogatory accounts. Step 2 is the credit repair. So this is where it can get a little misleading. What does credit repair mean? It's very, very simple. Through credit repair, you will get some accounts deleted. But this is what's important to know. It's not always as good as it may seem. Now, I will tell you that most people, when you're not in the industry, in the business, they get very, very impressed by seeing the word deleted on a credit report. That's great, it's cool, it makes me look good, and the clients get really excited, but it's not the whole picture. And the reason being is because not every account will get deleted. So if anybody tells you otherwise, then just run the other way, because it's just not 100%. So also be aware of this. Not only do you have to get the account deleted to be helpful, but it has to get deleted across the board, meaning TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. So that's very, very important to know. So what you'll see, a lot of these credit repair companies will show you a list of items that have been deleted, but they're only showing you from one bureau. They're not showing you across the board. Okay, so that's very, very important to know, especially if you're in the market for a mortgage where the lender is going to take the middle score. So if you get it deleted from one from one credit bureau, it's not going to do anything to your middle score. So you always have to you just have to understand what credit repair really is. It does work, it is real, it is very, it really does, or you really can attain accounts that to get deleted. So it is the real deal. It's just credit repair companies make the mistake by setting these high expectations. Is it true that you can get every single negative derogatory deleted from a credit report? It's highly unlikely, but at some point in time, every credit repair company has got some type of foreclosure, bankruptcy, judgment, the list goes on, late payments, charge-off, collections, deleted. So that's not out of the question is if they have the ability to get something deleted. It's not going to happen all the time. Very, very important to know. That's why credit repair companies get in trouble. The complaint that I always get from clients that come to me after they were with a traditional credit repair company is, it's always the same complaint, and that is, you know, I was with this company, I paid them all this money, and they did get a couple items deleted, but I'm still in the 500s as far as a credit score, and that makes total sense to me. So remember, guys, credit repair is just one of the steps. It's not the full picture, all right? Very important to know that. Step number 3 is to rebuild. So there are quite a few different ways to rebuild. Honestly, I don't know how I'm going to rebuild until I am finished with number 1 and number 2. After step 1 and 2 is finished, then what I'll do is I will decide how I'm going to rebuild. Many different ways to rebuild. Some ways are better than others, but that's a very technical question. Okay, so just know that the first step, stop the bleeding. The second step is to clear and delete any negative accounts that are showing, knowing that not all of them are going to get deleted. Number 3 is to rebuild, and then the 4th step is something that I just added literally a few months ago. The 4th step is no new derogatory accounts added. So basically what that means is it is impossible for me to help you if, as I'm cleaning you up and helping you, you're adding derogatory, such as late payments, such as new collections. You get the idea. So this really falls on you, and it's something that you will always hear me tell over and over to a client of mine, which is whatever you do, don't get a new 30-day late payment. It will take away all the work that has been done. A single 30-day late payment for $10 is enough to take away everything that I have accomplished. So in other words, you have to stay squeaky clean throughout the whole process. Okay, very, very, very important. So this is the deal, guys. If you follow these 4 steps, especially with my help, then you will recover just fine. It's going to take some time. It can take, it could take 6 months. It really depends on the first step. If it's just a couple of accounts and you have the cash to take care of it, then great, we can get everything settled within 30 days, you'll be just fine. Some of my clients, you just have to do one at a time. You know, I have one particular client that comes to mind that they had a couple of pages worth of bad old collections, and they just paid them off as they got paid. So, which is okay. It's better than doing nothing, and it's exciting because they're starting to see the progress. Okay, so hopefully this helped you out. My name is Frank Kriticos. You can go to my website, sandiegocreditsolutions.com. You can call my office directly, area code 619-916-3999. Thank you.